It's 2018 and LeBron James is playing an MVP caliber season with a lacking supporting cast. And many argued that LeBron James deserved to win the MVP over James Harden that very season, in which he was just historic. In the playoffs, he would go on to face teams like the Pacers, the Celtics, and Toronto, and the Celtics would take him 7 games. But besides that, LeBron James in the playoffs, like I said, was historic. This was one of the better seasons of LeBron James' career. But in the finals, LeBron James came up short to a loaded Golden State Warriors team, and in Game 1 he would drop 50 points, but that would all go to waste because of the mistake of J.R. Smith. And following this, everyone knew LeBron James was on his way out of Cleveland, but no one knew where LeBron James would choose to play next. Many who wondered thought that LeBron James would choose the 76ers or even the Houston Rockets, but that was certainly not the case. On July 1st, 2018, LeBron James chose to join the Los Angeles Lakers. But what if I were to tell you that wasn't the team that LeBron James originally wanted to play for? With the Lakers being the second most valuable franchise in the NBA, LeBron James wanted to play for the most valuable franchise in the NBA, the New York Knicks. And I know it's kind of hard to believe that LeBron James would choose a franchise like the New York Knicks, which is the most valuable franchise in the NBA, but has a very toxic environment. And the Los Angeles Lakers franchise is one of the most adored franchises in the NBA, and as well as being so accomplished and just so historic, as well as having a really respectable organization as a whole and a really respectable environment. But LeBron James almost wasn't a part of that. According to Lisa Robinson of Vanity Fair, LeBron was set on heading to the Knicks, but his wife Savannah James preferred LA because she wanted their kids to attend school there. But imagining a world where LeBron James joined the New York Knicks, that would have been a breath of fresh air for the New York Knicks organization, and title expectations would immediately be placed on the shoulders of LeBron James. With the Knicks being the most valuable franchise in the NBA, they are most eager to get to championship glory. And if LeBron James would have chosen to play for them in 2018 and were to bring them a championship, he would definitely be a Knicks legend, and that is just in a league of its own. And LeBron James already brought Cleveland its first title in franchise history. So imagine doing the same for an organization that has the best fan base and plays in Madison Square Garden, the greatest arena in the world. And the Knicks is also known as an organization that not many stars or superstars are willing to play for because of the environment. And what if LeBron James had went there, what that would have done to that narrative? If a player like LeBron James goes to the New York Knicks, that will open up the door for many other players to feel comfortable to do the same. But not everybody is LeBron James, and not everybody accepts pressure with open arms. And that is what comes with the Knicks when playing for them. Pressure and expectations. High expectations. Fortunately, LeBron James didn't have to endure that New York Knicks pressure. He endured the Los Angeles Lakers pressure, which is comparable to the New York Knicks pressure, but it's not quite the same. The Lakers are the most winningest franchise in the NBA, if not the Boston Celtics. And he did win them a championship this past year, which does his legacy great justice. But him bringing a championship to Madison Square Garden is just on a completely different level than it is for him bringing a championship to the Los Angeles Lakers. But currently, LeBron James is preparing for another playoff run, while the New York Knicks have made the playoffs for the first time in 8 years. So it seems like this could be a kickoff to something great for the New York Knicks. And hopefully one day, one big name superstar may join the New York Knicks and break that narrative of no one wanting to play for the New York Knicks. And that's pretty much it. Follow me on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. And thank you for watching.